Alright guys, I'm sure you saw the thumbnail and you clicked on this video because you want to see the new Cuero Pro mirrors from Chupacabra Offroad. These things are the business. I haven't even took them out the box, but I've been studying them real hard all over the website, and I'm gonna show you guys why. These are some of the best mirrors on the market. They are so well engineered, and I'm gonna show you guys there are many scenarios that UTV owners face, whether you're installing a windshield, you're installing lights, and this is gonna solve many issues that a lot of us face, and you're gonna be really happy with the way they're designed. So let's get into it. We're gonna do the unboxing right now. Alright guys, so what are we getting in the box? Maybe I should turn this the correct way. These are the Cuero Pros. Make sure you guys see that. It says Pro on there. It's a big difference versus the regular ones. Let's see here. We got some instructions, I'm sure. Product installation manual. They give you all the breakdown on all the hardware, which is really cool. These little L brackets here are important. They are going to be for installing pods. And let me show you guys the new pods that I got. So I picked up a set of the Squadron Pros from Baja Designs, ambers, because you guys know I love my ambers. They work great in the dust, and these are going to fit perfect with our new mirrors because they mount straight onto the mirrors. Two birds with one stone. You get mirrors and you get brackets all built in to your mirrors so you can run some pods. So this is the out bracket. The square portion is going to bolt onto the mirror, and this portion here is where the pod will go. We'll show you guys that in just a second. Let's get onto the mirror because it's pretty much assembled minus the clamp that goes on the actual tube. You can see here that I already got my fingerprints all over everything. But yeah, man, these are really badass. So they're billet aluminum. I've been chasing some billet aluminum mirrors for quite some time, and I finally got myself a set thanks to Nick. And yeah, I've been bugging him for a while, and he told me to wait, and I did, and I'm glad I did because they are really nice. So what I do like the most about these, I used to have some mirrors from Seismic, which are very nice as well. I would say these are a step above, but one thing that I loved about the Seismic is the convex mirror that Chupacabra didn't offer, but they now do. Check it out. So the mirror is now convexed. Now the convex mirror is important because it blows up the view when you're trying to see over here and you're racing CJ or Timmy and you're beating them. Gotcha, bitch. Let me clean this for you guys. All right, so that's a lot better. It's a lot cleaner. You can also tell that the body is also convexed and the mirror is sandwiched with this plate on top. The CNC machining on this is really nice, I gotta say. So I'm not 100% if this is powder coated or if it's anodized aluminum. But I would say that either way, it's sexy as all hell. So you can still see the machining marks, just like the original Cueros, which I think is awesome. It looks great. I love some machining marks on whether it's radius rods or some mirrors. It looks really sexy. I like the pattern that they did. I like this ridges that they did. I think that looks really cool. And then the most important part about these mirrors, besides that the visibility is now improved with the convex mirror, is got to be the brackets. I don't know if you guys saw Nick in one of his videos. He rolled his RZR. Oh, no. And the mirror kind of folded in, but I mean, he just folded it back out and it was good to go. So I think those were the race version. These are the pros, but they're very similar in design, and they're both very strong. I mean, look at the brackets. There's big chunks of aluminum. I mean, they're not gonna break off on you. They're very stout. So they look to have a really nice swivel to adjust the mirror inwards and outwards, just in case you gotta fold it in to maybe put it in your toy hauler or your trailer. But the main star, I would say, is the ball end here. It gives you pretty much unlimited adjustability for whatever machine you have. The brackets are very stout, but the clamps are another reason to buy these mirrors. They are extremely low profile, which means you're not gonna have any issues when it comes to running windshields. So the installation procedure is really simple. They give you hardware to mount the clamps to the mirrors, and they give you some longer bolts if you decide to install some light pods and use these L brackets. So for the installation of the light pod L bracket, it's very simple. You remove this Allen, they supply you with a longer Allen and a nylon nut, and then you put this here on this keyed section. You can see it's squared. Put the nut and washer at the very bottom, and that's pretty much it. You have a mounting space for your light pod. Alright, so I'm gonna sit in the car and see if I like the height of it. This is where I used to have my old mirror, so I think it's gonna be good. and I'll make sure that's where I like it before I tighten everything down. All right, so I sat on the machine, I adjusted the mirror to my liking. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten up the 4 Allens that hold the clamp to the bracket of the mirror. As you guys can see, it fits very flush, so when you run the windshield, you're not gonna have issues. The Allens are off to the side quite a bit. All right guys, this is the part. Be very careful. Your mirror can fall off at this point and break. Do not take this bolt without holding this mirror. I got a camera in my hand, so I'm not holding it. But at this point, I'm gonna grab the bracket and the longer bolt that comes in the kit, as well as the nut and washer, and we're gonna install it on the machine. There's only one way this goes because it's squared off, and then we'll put the pot on. So I wanna say that these have gone on really nice. These mirrors, I think they've had in their possession for quite some time now, but they have gone to the extent of testing and making sure that the product is right before they release to the masses. And I think that's a good way to make business. All right, now we can install the new Squadron Pros that I purchased. Dude, look how mean that looks. That is nuts. Let me stand back. Yeah, that looks good. So I'm gonna go ahead and align these, tighten them down. I'm gonna do the driver's side. I'm gonna show you guys how they look. Quick note guys, you no longer have to run any other brackets, which I think is a plus, especially if you're gonna run a windshield. I think this looks amazing, and it's definitely 2 birds with 1 stone when it comes to mounting some lights and having some badass mirrors. All right guys, what do I think about these mirrors? Honest opinion, the design for one is really nice and I like it. The brackets, I think, is what sells me. As far as the engineering of the brackets is perfect for whatever side-by-side you have. Obviously the clamps are going to be specific. These are 1 3/4. If you have a Can-Am, they may be bigger, like 1.85. But the best thing about these mirrors has got to be the ingenuity of the brackets. Everything is nice and compact. You guys can tell from up above with the lights on there, everything is still nice and hugging to each other. You don't have to have separate brackets that run on your A-pillar. Not just that, you could run the light pods you already have. There are mirrors out there that have built-in lighting, but for one, they're hella expensive. And for two, you're stuck with the angle that your mirror is at. For example, the angle of the mirror is going to be different from the passenger to the driver. The angle of the mirror on the passenger side is going to be inwards more because you're sitting all the way over there. And the angle of the light is going to be fixed to the mirror position. For one, you can run the pods you already have, and for two, you could change the angle wherever the heck you want it. And the icing on the cake is the fact is the mirror is billet, beautiful, and the visibility is perfect, and it's in the driver's seat, so maybe you guys can see what I'm talking about when it comes to visibility. It's gonna be hard to show you guys the passenger side, but from the driver's side, it's really simple. Boom, I can see the Tahoe that my wife parked right behind me. I can see my toolboxes really easily. So here's a front view for you. You can see the pods are in the optimal position for night riding. And I think they came out perfect. And that's about it. We'll wrap it up. Guys, so I'm sure you noticed the shirt with the gray logos. Check out Chupacabra.com. I'm sure it'll be on there real soon. But big thank you to Nick Olson for not only sending me the shirt and a couple other things, but the mirrors. The mirrors, I've been bugging them for quite some time on the 1.0s or the original Cueros. They were on my hit list because I wanted something with billet aluminum. And when he told me they were coming out with a new set, well, I just had to wait, and it was worth the wait. They are completely redesigned. They are awesome, and I hope that you guys see what I see in these mirrors and pick up a set. So we'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Thank you to Chupacabra Offroad. Check out glifeutv.com. Pick up some merch. Support the channel. See you in the next one. Stay dirty. Peace out.